Lally, nearly 500,000 people have died from COVID-19 in just a few months. The little we know shows that it attacks the body's internal systems in complex ways, feeding off human cells, reproducing inside the body and leading to incurable collapse of the lungs and other vital systems. The world's greatest medical minds are working on virtually nothing else. Why should some little startup be able to make a difference?
Well, the beauty about startups is creating something out of nothing, to take technology from one field of expertise and to apply it to a completely different use case. We see that across our portfolio, but one example for this is TytoCare, that has taken optics technology to create a device that enables remote medical care. Let's take a look.
Introducing Tyto Home by TytoCare, an FDA-cleared award-winning remote medical exam kit. With Tyto, clinicians can remotely diagnose and treat many of the most common conditions. The Tyto device comes with an app and special adapters for examining the heart, lungs, throat, ears, abdomen, skin, and temperature. Tyto Home by TytoCare. On-demand medical exams from home.
So remote medical care has proven these days to become critical for corona patients and non-corona patients as well. So startups can make a difference.
Thank you, Lally. Well, the front runner in developing a treatment to kill the virus in its early stages inside the body before it's done any real damage is a company called Sanitize. They're in the middle of clinical trials in Canada to see if a nasal spray and throat gargle based on nitric oxide will successfully treat people at risk and coronavirus patients before they get fully infected. Dr. Gili Regev, the founder and CEO of Sanitize, joins us now from Canada. Dr. Regev, why do you think the Sanitize product can kill the coronavirus?
Why do I think? I don't think. I know it kills coronavirus. We have done studies, we have looked and studied it in our lab and in other labs externally that show that actually when you put sanitized liquid, the nitric oxide releasing solution, together with the virus for a very short time, with the SARS-CoV-2 virus, it kills it. Within 2 minutes, it gets complete kill of the virus.
COVID-19 has only been with us for a few months. How was Sanitize able to develop this treatment so quickly?
The Sanitize has a platform technology, and this platform can treat all kinds of topical diseases and upper respiratory diseases. We always had this nasal spray for flu prevention on our platform technology, but it wasn't the priority. We were working on chronic sinusitis and diabetic foot ulcer, onychomycosis. And when this just started, everything was on hold. And then we decided that we quickly pivot and develop this treatment for COVID and do a quick clinical trial.
How is the treatment delivered? How do we actually use Sanitize?
It's a simple nasal spray, and you can see just a simple nasal spray that you can spray in your nose together with a nasal lavage, a nasal rinse. It's very simple. Everyone can do it at home. You can do the nasal spray during the day when you're at work. Every time when you think you may get infected, you can use it, or early on the disease.
And are you suggesting that with Sanitize we won't need masks or gloves or hand washing or social distancing? We can simply inhale the virus and then kill it? It sounds a bit risky.
That's exactly what it is. It's your hand sanitizer for your nose. So when you go outside, you use hand sanitizer. You will still use the hand sanitizer, but then you will use this nasal spray to sanitize, to kill the viruses in your nose if you get infected. So this is what I'm suggesting.
And in terms of frontline workers at the moment, is this an extra layer of protection that they can have, as well as the masks and the other things they're using?
Yes, exactly. Until this has all the proofs for effectiveness in clinical trial, then that's what we're suggesting, is these people will do the nasal spray where in between breaks when they're finishing their shift, and make sure that if they got infected, the virus will be killed immediately.
You're now in clinical trials in Canada. How are they going, and when can we expect the results?
The clinical trials are going well. We started in British Columbia, but cases are very, very low in British Columbia. We moved quickly into Quebec. We have 4 different sites recruiting in Quebec, and the number of cases are higher there. So we're hoping to get this done quickly. It has 2 arms. One is a prevention arm with a control arm to it, and the other one is a small efficacy trial. So we look at people that are already infected early on in the disease and treat them.
Are you going to be doing trials anywhere else apart from Canada?
We are currently applying for an IND in the US to do a trial in the US, which will be an early treatment trial. We're looking at designing a trial right now for the UK as well.
Now, COVID-19 is not the only disease that's caused by a coronavirus. So can Sanitize be used against other diseases as well?
Yes, I mean, as I mentioned, this was designed to be a flu prevention treatment. So every time when you go on a plane, when you go off the plane, you spray in your nose and you make sure you don't get the flu. This will be, nitric oxide kills any virus. For everything that we've seen so far, it is effective a very strong antimicrobial against bacteria and viruses and fungi. So if it's the flu or if it's the next pandemic that will unfortunately probably happen one day, this will work as well.
So if the trials are successful, when can we expect to see Sanitize on the pharmacy shelves?
So what we are hoping for is within 2 to 3 months to complete the trial in Canada, go back to Health Canada, and use these data to ask for an expedited review and getting to what we call a phase 4, getting it into the market. Once we show this, we believe the US as well will grant us an emergency use authorization to start selling it in the US, and from there we'll go to the rest of the world.
Thank you, Dr. Gili Regev from Sanitize.
Thank you.
Lali, if Sanitize is approved, it's going to be the first approved treatment anywhere in the world for coronavirus. Do you share Gili Regev's belief in the effectiveness of the nitric oxide? Is that why our crowd is investing?
Well, remember, this is based on Nobel Prize-winning science by Professor Farid Murad, the Nobel Prize winner in 1998 for his work on nitric oxide, and now he's a member of the board of Sanitize.